My most vivid memories related to my education are connected to hands-on learning experiences. Even as a young adult in college, my active participation was directly correlated to my retention of information, from field trips to field work. I never had the opportunity to participate in a farmer's market, but some of the students in the town of Hempstead do. Thanks to the Roosevelt Community Farmers Market, Roosevelt students selected to intern at the market learned some of the key skills needed to run a small business, from ordering food to setting prices to serving customers. The youth-led farmers market is made possible through the community partnership of the Roosevelt Community Revitalization Group, or RCRG. While Roosevelt residents benefit from local eating, farmers benefit from produce sales. And the Roosevelt Farmers Market is not alone. It is one of among at least 6 other Long Island community farmers markets. Joining us this morning to discuss the Roosevelt Community Farmers Market in particular is Market Manager Barry Johnson. Good morning, Barry.
Good morning, Rebecca. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. How are you doing?
Doing great.
Good, good. Well, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. We want to start off with, first, can you tell us where the Roosevelt Community Farmers Market is located?
Okay, it's located in Roosevelt, New York. That's at 380 Nassau Road. We're in the parking lot of the New Health Center, which is one of our partners in providing fresh produce for the Roosevelt community.
Excellent.
And neighboring communities as well.
Perfect. And what are your typical hours of operation?
We're there every Sunday from 11 to 4.
Excellent. Okay.
And this is going to be from, we started in July 13th, and we run through October 26th.
Okay, good. So seasonal there.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get a little bit of background. In 2011, Governor Cuomo was granted the Roosevelt Community Market was granted $15,000 as part of the Fresh Connect initiative for the state of New York. How did the farmers market put that money to use, and how has it changed or evolved over the years, the market?
I didn't start around. I started last year with the market, so this is only my second season.
Sure.
I'm not sure how that was done when back then.
Sure.
I know,
that was 2011. That's fine.
Yes. The Fresh Connect. What I know about Fresh Connect is if you have a SNAP benefit card, you could bring that benefit card. We do take EBT, we take cash, we take debit, no credit cards.
Okay.
And the Farmers Market Nutrition Program, we're also part of that, where you can bring those checks which are issued by the Department of Agriculture. And you can bring those checks to the market and get fresh produce. With the Fresh Connect, you're able to get, if you spend $5, you get a $2 coupon, which you can use towards your produce purchase, or at the market that day, which we encourage, or at a later date.
I think it's fantastic that you guys are taking the EBT cards and basically the people who are on, assistance for their food, because I think when you go to the supermarkets, if you're using it there, the least expensive food or the less expensive food is oftentimes going to be the least healthy food as well. So people who are requiring this assistance are also often kind of railroaded into having to buy food that's maybe not the best for them. So what do you guys provide at the farmers market as a healthy alternative for people who might otherwise not have the ability to procure it?
We provide fresh produce, basically coming from farmers out in Long Island. And let's name some of those farmers. We have Milk Pail, which is out in, where is Milk Pail? Well, Milk Pail is out in Watermill. We have WNK Farms. We have Natural Earth Farms, which is one of our organic farmers, certified organic. Schmidt Farms, Anderson Farms, and Deer Run. But they provide us with produce such as tomatoes, green tomatoes as well. We sell corn, which we usually sell out of very fast. We sell different variety of lettuces, fruits. week, this past Sunday, we've had peaches, plums, and for the first time this week, we've had cantaloupe. So we're expecting watermelons next week, which will be highlighted for our National Watermelon Day.
When is National Watermelon Day?
I believe it is August 3rd.
Oh.
That's got to be. I did not know of this holiday before.
neither.
However, it's automatically become one of my favorites. Any day devoted to food is good in my book. Now, looking at the farms that you guys use, and we were talking about this briefly at the beginning of the show, there was a recent television show on AMC called Turn, which was about the spy ring during the Revolutionary War on Long Island. And really, when you watch that show, you realize that the entirety of Long Island was at one point farming communities all the way through. And we still do have them, as you know, as we get out into Suffolk County. When you're in Nassau, it's kind of built up as an urban area. There's houses everywhere where there isn't houses. There's other things that people who live in those houses use. But as you head out east, there is so much farmland and so much going on out there. Knowing that, and knowing that you use a lot of the school children to teach them about it, and they get to learn about the produce, are they also learning a bit about the history of Long Island and about what goes on agriculturally on the island?
Well, no. We do visit the farms. We have field trips sponsored to go visit the farms out east, but not really. Not that much education as far as how Roosevelt, or how the Nassau County used to look at one time. We do have parents and people who have lived in the community, who have seen the changes, who has, for example, Roosevelt, from what I was told, used to have a farm where you had cows. I mean, this was as early or as late for me. It was around in the 80s or 70s that, you could go to places where you would see actual farms. But as far as the education of Nassau County and how it's progressed, or Long Island and how it's progressed from a somewhat urban, suburban area to, from farmland to what we see now, not that much education on that.
Right,
but it's a good idea.
And at least seeing that there are farms on Long Island, I think, is education enough for kids who grow up in an area where there's not much farmland and not too many cows wandering around the Nassau Coliseum the last I looked, although if they get rid of it, maybe they'll be able to use that for grazing land.
Hopefully they keep Coliseum there. I love the Coliseum.
Oh, me too.
So, all right, so we talked about a little bit of what you've been doing with the students, but tell us a little bit more about how you integrate the students into the farmers market experience, whether it be for the community. And I know I read that the community members love seeing the students out there, and also just what it's like for them to have this opportunity.
Well, hopefully I'm bringing a great experience to them. What's unique about what I'm doing is I'm learning as well as teaching. I'm a trained artist, and for me, going to art school, learning business was not one of the things that we were taught to be able to survive in a almost like a business environment, which is America. So with that, I found that I had to kind of get that type of education under my belt. And with the farmers market, I'm able to kind of, as I learn, kind of show and teach the children what I've learned. And in turn, what they're doing is we're coming up with ideas. For example, we've implemented this year a marketing team, which basically, our market is now broken up into three groups, where we have the marketing team, we have the produce team, and we have the money team, or basically the cashiers or the cashier team. With that, going back to the marketing team, for example, we are dealing with how to use the market and how to enter into social media, which is kind of new for me. We're creating websites, we're establishing ourselves on Facebook. We're opening Twitter accounts, and basically trying to broaden our market to get more people to come to the market. Because for some reason, we've been there for, this is, I believe, our 5th season, but not that many people in the community know about us to this day, which is strange because we send out flyers. We take our marketing campaign to the streets. And so that is a challenge. But basically, it's been a great experience. They're learning how to place orders. They're learning how to contact the farmers, and having that rapport, building relationships as far as speaking with the farmers, getting to know what their produce is, making the orders, and then knowing how to also adjust their pricing according to what we spend, as well as, what our overhead is, and, things like that.
Yeah, these are definitely transferable skills.
Right.
Yes,
and
exactly.
A question for you, Barry. As far as, you talked about that you'd like to see attendance increase, as I'm sure everybody would like to see with something as great as this farmers market. Who is the farmers market available to? Is it just members of the local community, or are other people welcome to come and check it out as well?
We welcome anyone who would like to come and see what we do. Right. We are, like I say, right now we're dealing with the local community, but we are reaching out to upstate. I've been upstate to visit some of the farmers markets out there, and also speak at conferences with the other farmers markets to basically get ideas. But I've invited vendors from upstate New York, out further east in the boroughs such as Manhattan. But anyone is welcome to come and see what we do and see the amazing job that these children are doing. I mean, they basically run this market. I'm somewhat of a hands-off manager. I try to delegate and give them responsibilities, and they take it and they run with it. I mean, to see what they do is incredible.
Where are the students coming from, Barry? Are there specific high schools in the local area that the students are hailing from?
We have some students from the town of Roosevelt. We also have some students from the neighboring town of Baldwin. We have students also coming from Uniondale, a couple from Hempstead, and I believe that's the areas we're dealing with.
That's fantastic. And, of course, we're talking to Barry Johnson, who is the manager of the Roosevelt Community Farmers Market, which, Barry, could you again tell people where they can find the Community Farmers Market in Roosevelt?
Yes, you can find us there every Sunday until October 26th. We are there from 11 to 4 at 380 Nassau Road. That's in the parking lot of the New Health Center.
And if people want to find out more about the farmers market, is there any place they can go online, or is there a phone number they can call, or is it just they should just come and show up?
You could come and show up. Definitely, we'd love for you to do that. But you can find us at RooseveltFarmersMarket.com. Our sponsoring organization is rcrgli.org. And from there, you can also find us you can look us up online as well and find out more information about us. And on Facebook, Roosevelt Community Farmers Market.
That's
and
fantastic.
Hopefully we can expand from there. We're working on expanding our social media presence.
Right. Sounds like you guys already have quite a bit of one, but hey, more never hurts.
Right. Well,
yes.
And who better to reach out than probably the students? I think that they probably know more than we do in these upper generations.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, they're teaching me.
So a little bit more kind of, to let the listeners know, to paint a picture for them, especially since you are an artist, how does the market differ from maybe other farmers markets? What are some of the, in addition to having the fresh produce available, are there other things that you guys do? Anything about educating about nutrition or things like that?
We do have the Nassau County Department of Health. They're out there basically providing recipes as well as preparing those recipes and, giving examples of what these recipes taste like. which are alternatives to basically, say, like your fast foods that you will find, healthy snacks. We also have the New York Institute of Technology, Dr. Melanie Austin. She's there to basically provide life coaching. If you could basically, I'm saying basically a lot, but if you could change one habit, one bad habit, she coaches you on how to change that habit into a good one, into a healthy habit. For example, if you were used to eating potato chips every week, how can you change that potato chip habit into, say, substituting it for eating an apple every week, or, But we have a calendar of events this week. We also will, in addition to the National Watermelon Day, which we are going to give a good deal on watermelons, we are having New York Legal, a mobile legal help center. And if you have any legal issues or legal questions, they have a mobile unit that will be there to assist you with your legal matters. And this week is Exercise with Your Child Week. So I'm planning to have a Kizumba dancer there to basically, it's a new form of, it's an African influence dance. I just met the person who does this type of instruction last week, so hopefully we can partner up with him and have him come out and provide exercise for children.
I really like it. Sounds like it's not just, okay, I'm going to go and get my groceries. It's an experience to come to the market on a Sunday, which I think is great.
Yes.
Have you found that, I know you said that, you're still building the base, so to speak, of the, the people who are coming, maybe the regulars, but have you found that for those who do attend, that the market provides a sense of community identity or community pride?
Well, that's exactly what I'm trying to build. I want it to be, and we want it to be basically more than a place where you come, you use your benefits, or you can come just get fresh produce. We want it to be an experience where hopefully we can get musicians to come to the market, and, like a mariachi band would be nice to provide live music while, people are shopping for their produce. More vendors is my goal. I want more vendors to come out. We have a vendor right now who is selling Avon products. Hopefully we could get more unique variety of goods.
Yes.
More artists, of course. And, hopefully it could be an experience that one could come from church and take their children there and get fresh produce and,
Great.
Substitute that for unhealthy choices, which,
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it sounds like you guys are off to a wonderful start, and that, with your vision and the students' kind of excitement, that you're going to continue to do a wonderful job. And we thank you for joining us here. We hope that if, any of our listeners will definitely take you up on that offer to come out and visit, and also check you out online on the different social media streams.
Yep. And what's that website again, Barry, where people can go to find out more about the Roosevelt Farmers Market?
That's RooseveltFarmersMarket.com.
Easy to remember. Well, Barry, thank you so much for joining us on the Hofstra Morning Wake Up Call. I hope you have a fantastic day, and best of luck with the farmers market in the future.
Thank you, and best of luck to you as well. Thank you. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to do this interview.
Oh, it's absolutely our
welcome,
pleasure.
Barry.
Absolutely.